Can you hear me now? All right. Yeah, nobody's hearing. Yeah, that's for sure. Not boding well. All right. I thought I'd jumped over here early enough, but it seems not. Yeah, but a guy jumped onto this map almost 10 minutes ago. Right. Yeah, no, exactly. It's disappointing. But, what's we got going on? Cloud Jormag. The OG. Cloud Jormag. All right. So, in my experimentations with perfect and dry Manhattans, I have stumbled on an unbelievable vermouth. Believe? Something like that. No, it is. It's a really tasty vermouth. So I, well, that would be something. This is a Italian vermouth out of Torino called Koski, and it's amazing. Yeah, yeah, I believe it. Yeah, yeah. Your memory allocation just isn't what it used to be. It has gotten better. That's true. So I've always been terrible with names. I tell people that all the time. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Well, you just say, "Hey, how's it going, man?" Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Nice. There we go. Thank God for autopilot. Yeah, so they offer a red sweet vermouth, and then they also have a white extra dry vermouth. And so the the dry vermouth they have available at my local LCBO, which kind of surprised me. And but they only come in 500 milliliter bottles, which is also a bit odd. Yeah, but and so it's the only format that the dry vermouth is available in. But I tried it by itself. I was like, wow, this is like really good. And then I had it earlier today as like a vermouth and tonic. It was fantastic. So, and I did my first experiment is I did a dry Manhattan with it, and it was really good. So I think I just have to go back and buy all the rest of the bottles available in case it disappears. So, and then I've ordered some bottles of the red to try the red sweet because there are several people that have commented on the LCBO website that this is like the go-to vermouth for Manhattans. That is weird. Are you doing ranged or melee? Ranged, yeah, it should be straightforward. I find I get basted on this one, left, right, and center. Probably help. Yep. I find like I just get stripped really fast on this one, and I don't know why. Yeah, there is like a well, yeah, there's a whole AOE effect that he puts on you. I think it's called Icy Grave or something, and it just eats your health. There is no way to avoid it. It's just an AOE effect that if you're in a particular range, you've got this frigid death on you. And basically, if you don't have enough people in the group spamming healing, you're pretty much screwed. So now that I've left and rejoined, I seem to be at least getting the odd healing bout happening, which is good. Still not enough though. Yep. No, I know. Yeah, and it's that frigid grave. It makes this one definitely that much more challenging to. Yeah, other than go with like a super healing build where you're at least healing yourself all the time, yeah. Because obviously nobody here is doing it for us. I have no idea what that was. I just got a dilute sound. I don't know what made that. How's that? So anyway, so for dry and perfect Manhattans, that Koski is really good. I'm excited for my bottle of the red vermouth to arrive now. So the one I'm tasting out tonight, so another bottle, another Italian vermouth, uh, Merino, I think. All right. Yeah, Dylan's is really good too. No, I'm happy with Dylan's as a vermouth as well. Hard to beat. Hard to beat if you want to buy local. Oh, you're kidding. Hmm. And yeah, yeah, Martini Rossi and Cinzano are usually the mainstays. Yep. Yeah, the challenge I have with Dylan's is that it seems to be seasonal. It's another one of those ones that kind of comes and goes. Okay. Yep, that's good. Mm-hmm. No, I believe it. Yep. My I still run with my core, which is the Gretzky Red Cask. That is my mainline Manhattan whiskey. And I have the Bullet Bourbon, but I got the 10-year one. I'm not sure. Not sure I want to turn that one into a Manhattan. It's so good by itself. Mancino, yeah, Mancino Vermouth di Torino is the one that we're doing tonight. It is not bad. There's another white sweet vermouth that I have up there. I bought it the one time and I've never seen it back at the LCBO. So I've been using it very. Auric. Ah, okay. Auric. Okay. Where are we going? Compass. Oh yeah, to grab the catch the treasure mushroom. Yeah. This is all of them. Yeah. Yeah. So that white sweet vermouth, and obviously the white sweet ones are harder to find. It mixed with the right whiskeys, it's almost got the flavor of like Southern Comfort. Yeah, it's like called Cucina or something. Yeah, so it's really good. I saved that one for special occasions. But yeah, I think I'm steering more towards doing perfect and dry Manhattans now. After that stint in Nashville where it was all bourbon Manhattans, I've decided that I'm just backing off on the traditional Manhattan. I'm just finding to be too sweet. Craig is sweet enough already. It's I've been putting two and two together. I had a lot of twos around. Put them all together. Who died and made you a mathematician? Yeah, no. Yep. Yeah, so like this one with the Mancino and the Gretzky is good, but I'm finding it to be just a bit on the too sweet side. So whereas if I did half and half between like the Mancino and the Koski, it would be I'd be much happier with it. Yeah, and like I said, when I tried the dry Manhattan just with the Koski, it was it was nice. Yep. Do do some experimentation. Yeah, I'll send you the link for that the Koski extra dry vermouth. You can give that one a try. I know I remember way back, like before I moved to Ottawa, but it would have been that year when I was doing the work for Payments Canada and I was coming up here. And I was in like the Marriott Hotel downtown and I went into the bar and I ordered a Manhattan and I think he misheard what I said and thought that I ordered a dry Manhattan. So when you end up with a dry Manhattan, you're expecting a proper Manhattan, or sorry, a traditional Manhattan. You're like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, yeah, in yeah, in this, yeah, I think like in this particular case, it was not good. It was like this. I was expecting a Manhattan. You've given me this. I have no idea what this is. But anyway, hmm, should be pretty close. Hmm. We could do the treasure mushroom tour. Supposedly, the one in Draconis Mons you can keep doing over and over again and get the full reward. Whereas I believe with all of the other ones, you get the full reward once, and then you get some sort of muted reward if you keep doing it. Okay. Well, supposedly there are some people that specifically sit and farm the treasure mushroom on Draconis mods, because I think you get the shard with every kill. I think. Whereas I believe on all the other maps, you'll get the shard with the first kill, but you won't get any more for the day. And Craig still needs the shards. I'm a step closer. Yeah, pretty much. A lot. Hmm. It depends. Like the different ones have different things. Some things need the components that do 50. Other needs has the thing with 200. The problem is you need to also churn out mystic clovers like crazy. So yeah, the only way to get them without shards is in World v World. Not without burning shards. Well, you can get them from reward tracks on PvP. You can get them from World v World reward tracks if you're doing the Gift of Battle. And I think a couple other ones also reward the things. But to buy them, yeah, it takes shards to get it to buy them though. Yeah, it does. It does. Yes, it does. Yeah, I just had the list up the other day of all the ways to acquire them. World v World is the only one that doesn't require shards. You burn the World v World. It's up. You burn the skirmish tickets. Oh, yeah, maybe. But if that's true, it takes shards to buy them as well. Like I said, every row required spirit shards to buy them, except for the World v World one. Done. Did burn it down, yeah. Well, especially when we got all these people here. A vine tooth? I got a large fang. Yeah, I got a large fang. Oh, that guy, yeah. Ooh, plus 205% magic find. All right, are we still doing? Yeah, we're still doing the challenges, I guess. West Watch needs to finish their challenges. Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Probably. North is the one where you get to kick the mushrooms around, right? That's one of my favorites. Of all of the least liked monsters in this game, I think it's those stupid mushrooms. Really piss me off. Yeah. Kick them around instead of them kicking you around. Mm-hmm. The other one that has a really good vermouth is Dolin. I think it's a French vermouth. Dolin Vermouth de Chambéry Rouge. And I believe that they also have a white. Confirmed it is France. So another one that's not bad in is also seasonal, which again, if you're looking to buy local, is Spirit in Niagara's sweet vermouth is also pretty good. So there's another one that I grabbed. It's called, it's another French one, Vermouth de Forcalquier. It is rough. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's also good to let you know the ones to F and avoid because if you're like, oh, there's nothing else, but oh, what's this for Calquier stuff? Don't buy it. Happens to be $5 off right now. Do not buy it. Oh, a red vermouth for $25.20. Don't buy it. Leave it on the shelf. Not worth it. Tasty notes of cherry cough syrup with a hint of battery acid. And a hint of something metallic that may not originate in this galaxy. Yeah, the nice thing on that Nashville event was there was significant opportunity for bourbon tastings, which was quite nice. the one bank event. I think it was like 170 whiskeys that they had available. About 70 or 80 of them were bourbons, and then they had a bunch of single malt Scotch whiskeys. They had Irish whiskeys. They had a lot of the usual suspects. A lot of rye whiskeys, and yeah, so they had like full variety of stuff. But I sort of focused on taking advantage of tasting the bourbons while I was in the South. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, exactly. And to be honest, like most of the stuff that wasn't in the bourbon category, I had pretty much tried one time or another. So it wasn't a crazy wild selection of Irish whiskeys that they had. Same with the scotches. It was a pretty standard array of single malt scotches, and a few blended scotches, and just it was definitely a whiskey smorgasbord. But it was good to focus on the bourbon category. Many of them were very good. Uh, West. What is it we do on the West one? We have to grab the bombs, right? Grabbing the bombs. But I got the bombs. I don't have anything else to fight with. I got bombs. Oh, they must still hurt, no? All right. I reused up the bombs. That's what I'm doing. Finding the bombs again. Then you can't go back into dragon mode. Cannot launch the sky scale once you've been bombs acquired. No, of me. It's going down. Go, gadget, go. What's over here? Oof. Yep. Pretty much everybody if you're dumb enough to stand in it. Yep, exactly. Why did that not open? It's just slow. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking in the back of my head too. Uh, I'm probably gonna have to go and make a run for the merchant at some point. Do, 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 do. This one. It's usually three up here. Two, three. No, I got two. We get ripped off. There's usually three chests at that first platform. Only two today. It's not to say that we aren't getting more in other rooms. I'm sure it all balances out. Ha ha ha. Balance? Guild Wars 2? Never. I When I had my lance, yes. Hey, who the hell invited Lance? Hmm. So there's five in here. That's not usual. Stroll? Uh, maybe? Yeah, yeah, he beached himself on the parade lap, yeah. Normally. I guess so. I don't know. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that tries to live vicariously through his son. Like, did he have any sort of racing career? His father? Well, yeah, like he's bought into a team and everything else, but I don't know. It seems to me like it would be. I dude, I get it. I get it. I guess my thing is, I guess, I yeah. All I'm saying is like it's. I mean, unless you just like to burn money for no reason, which it's not necessarily. No, no, I get that. I guess. I mean, I guess there's cheaper ways to live vicariously through your children. It seems like an odd thing to push on. I guess so. I guess so. Well, maybe it was one of those things like he sort of dropped it as like, hey, this would be kind of really cool to be a a Formula One race car driver, and so obviously sort of driven that to the like he's basically done it. So maybe he's just like kind of lost interest in the concept at this point. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. So sure, like if the car was a dud for the for this weekend for that weekend, yeah, then it would maybe make sense. Fair weather drivers, we've never seen that in Formula One. Right. For a lap. For a lap or for a race. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Like it's not that he's completely useless at it, but right. I guess. Yeah. I mean, a big part of it may be the fact that team can't bring about a consistent ride under his ass either, right? Like, hmm, right. Yeah. No, I understand. Right. Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, again, do you really need to punish yourself for 72 laps in a car that's not definitely not where you want it to be, right? And Brazil, yeah. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, his back was killing him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like whoever did the resurfacing on that, because apparently it's a brand new surface on that track for this season, right? Yeah, but they weren't the only team complaining about the rough ride on that track. Yeah, so that could be a combination of a bad car on a bad track, right? But it seems like it was a bad resurfacing. You would expect something smooth. Mm-hmm. Yes. Good question. And yet, it happens with regularity. Mm. All right, what is next? Hmm. Death Branded Shatterer should be starting right now, but I'm betting we don't get a map for that. Yeah, so we're right on the starting gun for that. Let me jump over and see. Just in case. There's a bunch of people here. There is a man on tag. It's promising. Oh, yeah, Shatter is up. Shatter's up and already at like almost less than half. Tag must have been doing the escorts and everything. So I think I only need 2 or 3 more achievements to finish the mastery for Jai, which means I will have finished the initial vision thing. That has been an absolute pain in the ass. Yep, that's true. Yeah, there's 1 or 2 that I didn't with the reward track. Like, I think. Yeah, no, you don't have to. Yeah, it's not even an option. Yeah, no, exactly. Because you have to unlock a purchasable item. That is true. No, there was another one. Like, I was like, oh, I only need 1 more. I only needed 1 more achievement. I figured, yeah, probably easier to just redo a section of the story and not get an achievement than to pound through a reward track. Yep. This fucker keeps healing. Pisses me off. Sweet. Get your Mistonium here. Get your lumps of Mistonium. Looks like we're just at the tail end of Kralkatorrik in Dragonfall, which basically means we can catch all of the champions. Killing the champions, just killing the champions are lucrative anyways. That's where I get all my shards. Leveling from killing the... Like, I'm at the point now I don't even bother with the chests doing the champion run. Because everybody's moving so fast. Like, it's like, I need the XP for the kills. So, chests be damned. As soon as we get the kill, I'm up and trying to get off to the next champion before everybody basically clobbers the thing. Especially when there's a large group around. Yeah. Well, I'm not getting any shards for opening those chests. So that's for darn sure. Yes, lots of loot. But most of it gets scrapped anyway. Yeah, no. Yeah, absolutely. No, I know. It's not that it's not worth it, right? It's just, again, the priority is to get XP and level. I do that by killing the champions. Also, an interesting bug. Like a couple of weeks ago, I was basically doing a run with one of the tags through this, and we got to the end and you got the cut scene where Kralkatorrik, basically shells itself over, and then it comes back, and it didn't teleport me to the plateau where the chests are. I was like, hey, what the hell? Just left me where I was. Yeah, just it's like, hey, what about me? So I had to go and jump to the shrine myself. It's like, thanks, Anet. Did you add Uber to this game and I didn't realize? I have to book my own exit. It's like being in the Matrix. I need an exit. Oh, they cut the hard line. Sorry. Oh, maybe two more. The wall thing? Oh, the wall leaping. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That yeah. Or like you've just shaken off, you fly around, you end up on a wall and it's completely drained. And you're like, what happened? I literally just left. Hey, I got teleported with everybody today. Bonus. Really? That's weird. This takes Mistborn keys, doesn't it? Oh, you're kidding. Even approaching them, you can't do it? Okay. Did you run this? That shouldn't matter. Wow, that's bizarre. I've never had that happen to me. Oh, okay. Well, that's why I thought I was just on it barely at the end as well. Oh, there's a Mistborn moat over here. Grab that. So at some point, I am going to have to sit my ass down and learn how to use a griffin. Because it seems... Hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I know the one you mean. Because I've noticed like a lot of the guys that run tags to and do like the champion runs and stuff, they seem to use the griffin, and it's like wow, like you can really zip along if you know what you're doing on a griffin. And it's like how do you do that and not lose altitude? I think a big part of it is just better understanding of how the mechanics work and when and where to use certain skills and timing and stuff like that. So I think Guild Gen or one of those did a thing that's called it's called Griffin Kindergarten or something. And so I probably just need to take the time and watch her video while I'm on a griffin somewhere. And okay. And then our okay. Oh wow, that's impressive. It's a little bit tricky. Yeah, pisses me off. It's like, how did you get here, son of a? Yep. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's that has consequences. You will not appreciate. Bing. Yeah. See again. Wall jump. Totally not working on that ledge. Ugh. Which guy? Yeah. No. Nobody bothers with that one. He's not one of the lay infused champions that you need to get. He is a boss, but yeah, you can take him down, but you're gonna miss the next guy, and then you're gonna be like, hey, where do I need to go? And then miss the next guy, and then you have to shrine, and then get to the third guy. Yeah, I did that once. Made that mistake once. What the hell was that? Not nice. Yes. No, I know. Well, no, it knocked a whole bunch of us off mounts there. It wasn't just you. Okay. Maybe you were in a different blast then, but I was in a blast and three or four of us got knocked completely blitzed off our mounts there. I was like, whoa, what the heck was that? I saw the circle, I just didn't expect it to completely dismount everybody. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's interesting. Somebody shoved a Hydra off onto the ledge there. That is hilarious. Hey, thanks for the follow, Adex. Ooh. Whoa. It is getting serious. Stand closer to the boss and kill it. What up with that? Huzzah! What happened? Did you go off the cliff? Oh, you picked up the O cart. Yeah, yeah. I know. That also annoys the crap out of me. Is it better after you finish the war claw? No, doesn't change that one. Okay. Yeah, the endurance recharge. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not the countdown for that. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. 20% off of that countdown would be super nice. Although, 20% off of forever is still fucking forever. No. Especially if you're obviously out of combat. Like, there's just no reason to have a delay on being able to mount when you're out of combat for like a minute and then you can't mount. Well, you got hit with a debuff, obviously. Or bleeding or something along those lines. I get hit with bleeding all the time. So the other thing I've been really proud of with is that I've become a master at swapping weapon sets, which was something that I was rarely doing like mid battle. Basically, I decide, oh yeah, I want to do ranged for this, or I want to do whatever for this. So I wasn't. Yeah, um, yeah. Like part of it is that there's potentially bonuses depending on your build when you make the switch for damage and other sorts of things, condition stuff. So yeah, that's helpful. Um, but yeah, like basically, like, if you've tapped out everything on one set of weapons, and then you swap to the other set, then you've got basically, you're back to having sort of a full rack of abilities to throw at stuff, which I find is super useful. Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't play Virtuoso, so I don't have those challenges in life. But yeah, I get it. It is one of the more complicated classes to play. So yeah, yep. I I'm sure there's people that make their money off of running that class really well, but yeah. Like I said, I need builds where I can just be bashing my head on the keyboard and it works. So I know right off the bat, Virtuoso, not for me. Yeah, it's still worthwhile. Yeah, it's good. That is good. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Mucho bueno. Hmm. Very nice. Wow. Pretty. Yeah, pretty high level. That's pretty good. What's the bashing forehead damage potential though? Not so great. Okay, not for me then. uh, yeah, yeah. No, I get it. Right. It's a winning combination. Did you want to switch to something else? Wait for the map to reset. All right. Okay. Just gonna jump to Lion's Arch and see what I can do to fill my Mystic Clover quota here, as I'm still short by a handful. It's not, yeah, definitely not the fractal guy. It does. It is only two. Yeah, no, it is not bad. But I need to have the spirit shards to make that work. That is the challenge. Yeah, no, I get that. 69, so I'm at 74. I need three more. So I've cleaned out Miani for the week as well. Doesn't help me. So yes, I need three more and I can finish Aurora. Mystic Clovers. Burn obsidian shards, making fulgurite. I'm overloaded on auric dust. I'm trying to figure out what the heck I can do with it. That's what I did. Yep. That's yeah. So I've made some of those. I had enough stuff to make three of them. All right. Well, I guess with that done. All right. Yeah, I'm just jumping back now. Oh, what happened? Yeah, no, eventually, yeah, it could turn into a health issue. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, absolutely. So, did you drop by the Ferrari store and yeah, okay. Lotus, McLaren. Oh, very nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was curious why you feel like you need a five-seater car, but okay. Yeah. You can also start a small scout troop, do weekend camping trips and whatnot. Sure. Yeah, very nice. A little bit of a step up from my journey. Very nice. Did they take your Mustang as a trade-in? Did you get a good deal on that? Oh, nice. No, for sure. $1,000 a year. Is there no bridge on the mid channel? Shit. No, I just did the whole. There's a very long tunnel, but it does not appear to have a bridge. That's really disappointing as I flew over here as I'm still trying to finish that. Mm-hmm. I guess the mid channel is for the tunnel crowd as opposed to the bridge crowd. Dragonfall is Tyria's New York City. Got it. Yeah, I'm still trying to finish that infrastructure achievement. Really? That Ritlock taunting Thackeray. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, no, that is priceless dialogue right there. Yeah. Yes. True. Yep. Was that a protect the bridge event or was that not? Okay. I'm at 20 out of 25, so not sure if that added one or not. Hopefully it did. Yeah, no, I think there's the two bridges on the way to get to this one. And then there's the bridge to get across to the north in the and then there's a bridge that goes between the two zones along the south edge. Yep. Yeah, they're not going to get along. No, no, he's cool. The bridges aren't up on the central one yet. So I'm going to hang out here. Oh, salvage parts are up, so I'm going to work on this. Another infrastructure. Have you finished the infrastructure, Chica? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I had mastery without doing this one, I guess. Oh wait, did I end up doing the? Maybe I did the reward track to knock this one out. Oh, that's possible. Yeah, because I don't have War Eternal Mastery, so I must have done the because the kill items don't count, and you have to basically knock out all of them. So I have my beautiful infrastructure outstanding, and I'm at 20, soon to be 21. Should now be 21. It's now 21 of 25. Huzzah. Thing is that the Slayer ones don't count on the mastery. And then story instance and story instance. Yeah. Gives you the Mishard glove box. Is there something that you need the Mishard gloves for to unlock? Okay. No, I get it. Yeah, no rails. No, I get it. I was busy on other stuff. I'm out of Manhattan. Switch to the bullet, I think. Cheers. May the corn sour mash be with you. That 10-year bullet is really nice. A little bit sweeter, but very smooth. I've been doing a lot of Irishes lately. I think which one that might be. Was I using it in Manhattans? No? Okay. Because there was the one Irish whiskey that I picked up that I thought was very, very much like a Canadian rye. Like it's very similar to like the Bareface or Not not necessarily the kind of whiskey that you would drink by itself in large quantities. Like it wasn't a great sipping whiskey, but used as the whiskey in a Manhattan, it was very good. That was the it was Powers Irish whiskey. Yeah, yeah. No, it's good for Manhattans. I can link you that one as well. So, do you think you're going to miss the Mustang, or are you pretty much over it at this point? Okay. Yeah, no, for sure. That is true. Yeah, I know. And you mentioned that you were already at 11 years. I was like, yeah, crap, you guys had that car for a while. I remember when you bought that car. Exactly. It's the same age as my Honda Fit. Elvira's car is the Honda Fit. She likes tiny cars. The other way to put it. In Russia, she was driving a Daewoo Matiz, which I think we had. It was either in Forza 4 or Forza 3. They had that exact car in it. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So the Honda Fit's a big car for her by comparison. Something like that. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I used to, early 80s. Yeah, okay. Yep, right. Yeah, of course. You look at them now. Yep. Yeah, it is humorous. Yeah, I mean, I used to have to coat myself in talc to get into the Daewoo. That thing was tiny. I think I need more powder. Vaseline, have you got any Vaseline? Mm-hmm. That was the bonus, though. You could park that fucking thing anywhere. It's like, is this really a parking space? No, but it fits. All right, let's go. Fine. Uh-huh. Be two scooters and a Daewoo. Honda Fit would have been there when you came at New Year's last year. Yeah, they were in Russia. Yeah, their car still would have been here though. It would have been in the driveway when you were here. Oh, it's a Honda Fit. It doesn't make a huge impression on anybody. Exactly. It'll bruise. You'll be fine. I meant the person I hit. Yeah, exactly. It's done, and it's on to the next one. Uh, Seems I was in combat. The tag just went by, but I think he's working on something else. I know there's this champion Abyssal here. Attempt to solo. Probably get my ass whipped, but Yeah, doesn't mean he's not takeable. I mean, he's hard. The red tag is not far away, though. Okay. Yep. Crystal Bloom Summer Camp. Come to the underworld and burn, baby, burn. Do I need sunblock? No, but asbestos would help. And if you don't have asbestos, if you could bring some barbecue sauce, that'd be great. No, this is the same escorting the disruptors that we were doing in the mid. I love the seat of the pants IT disruptor with all these guys. What did that Asura say? Tighten the screws? Well, that seems to be working. So I plug this thingamajig into the whatchamacallit. Oh. 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 That's not good. So many branded. That's what I wanted. Let's tag now. Yeah, so I think I figured out like the only challenge I have with this new headset is the fact that sometimes pulling it off, like if I use my left hand to pull it off of my head, it seems that I accidentally hit the mute, the like hard mute button that's on the earpiece. So that's where like, oh yeah, you can't hear me, you can't hear me. And I'm like looking at the mic settings. I'm like, no, it's set to the right thing. That's exactly what it should be. And then it's like, oh wait, I pushed that button again. That looks like we're collecting tears at this point. So the other thing that I've been trying to figure out in this game is Giant Slayer. Why would they have created the Giant Slayer achievement to hit 1,000 giants when there are almost no giants in the game? So I there's that. I mean, it's settled down a bit, but or at least it's settled down and it's no, I've uh, no, I've been having no trouble doing roaming stuff. I said I think it's kind of gotten a little bit better over time. It's just been it's taken a bit of time to settle out. So people are back to kind of running open tags, and people are back to doing some of the things that they used to do. So it's not as bad as it was like at the very beginning where it was like, oh crap. Like I said, I haven't had that much trouble. Like I can still solo camps, so I can go snag a camp. You can go do the rune the ruin shrine thing. Obviously, any of the guards, the sentry points, you know, easy pickings. Um, you can take down Dalyaks that are in flight and stuff. Yeah. Hmm. Yes. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I mean, I don't think I've as a roamer, I don't think I've ever or even conceived of taking on the tail end of a Zerg. So maybe. Okay. Yeah, no, like I know that there are certainly some people that are in that roamer mode where they're going around and they're basically trying to find, you know 1v1 or 2v1 kind of PvP duels in World v World. Frankly, I thought we had a PvP mode for that. Maybe I'm wrong. I get that. But you can do the dueling in there's the arena thing that allows you to do the 1v1 dueling, right? So that still exists. Wow, like they're 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 just looking for PvE ganking then is what they're looking for, right? No, that's what that is. They want to basically ambush a player who's doing something other than what, you know, a PvPer is out there to do. Like if you go back to like older MMOs, it used to be that you could be wandering around doing something in PvE and then come across another set of players, and then all of a sudden you're basically trapped in a PvP battle with another group of players, and then you either win or you die and you're back to a village, and then you have to go back out to whatever it was that you were trying to do again. Fortunately, most MMOs have moved away from that kind of garbage, but there are still some that do that. Well, yeah, like there's a variety of different modes and models for structured PvP. I get that, but there is still the arena, right? So you can still do 1v1 in the arena. Um, yeah, no, I get that. I guess the thing is like I from an if I was to take the arena net perspective, um, I don't think they were developing and designing World v World to be that you know ganking roamer place, right? And maybe that's why they're building it to discourage that. So, when I'm going in there, I'm going after objectives. Yeah, if I get an opportunity to get into a group of people and potentially go around and attack or, you know, take on other groups of people, I will do that. I don't play World v World to go in there and try to solo attack or, snag people in a Zerg at the tail end of a Zerg or do anything like I don't I honestly just don't get any out of it. Capturing a camp, killing Dalyaks, doing other things that are also contributing to um, achievements in the game. To a degree, I'm solo roaming World v World, but I'm doing World v World objectives. Like I'm literally trying to do stuff that's helping my color. Um, Maybe. I mean, I still have the expectation that there are enemy players and other stuff going on, but yeah. No, that's true. But I like again, it's yeah, but like again, like it's doing stuff. So like, again, like you can be like completely solo minded in World v World and say, oh, this is all about the um the invader type, basically killing other players within that mode, right? But the thing is that there is way more to that, and one of the things that contributes least to your color in that tricolor map of activities is actually killing players of the other color, right? So you gain more by capturing things, having more control over the map, right? Like SMC gets progressively harder over time, the longer that a color controls it, and the more Dolyak shipments that get delivered to SMC in the middle of EBG, right? And so, and I was playing it this afternoon as I was, listening in on a few meetings, and so, just being able to run around an SMC and throw up some siege equipment to help protect the middle, and um, basically throwing up trebuchets to basically bust down walls at some of the neighboring castles and stuff that the other color is controlling, and things like those are all things that you can do in solo. Like it's I guess, yeah, like I mean, maybe there just needs to be a separate PvP mode for people who just want to run around ganking people. I don't know, like it's yeah. And yeah, and I'm telling you that that's totally not true. Like again, if you want to do the least valuable task in World v World, which is killing other players in the other two colors, right? Least valuable function in a World v World overall, like what you're trying to do, right? So yes, there are mobs that are going and taking the larger structures and trying to gain control of the maps. If you think you're gonna go as a 1Z, 2Z, 3Z group and disrupt a Zerg, it's probably not gonna happen. But if you think you're gonna go after the guys that are trying to just solo roam and capture camp and do this and that, yeah, you're gonna get a bag doing that. I don't understand what the value is though. Like you're just not getting any reward. You're not helping your color. Well, no, but I'm trying to relate it to like the whole design and view of what World v World is supposed to be. Like sure, like so does there need to be a mode specifically that supports that type of combat? Maybe yes. I just don't think World v World is the right place for that. Again, like it's just a low value. So I think for 10 years there was a very small strata of people that were playing that way, but at some point like you need to realize like it's the lowest value that you can provide to your team, right? Like sure, maybe for a very narrow focus group of people that's fun, you know for me it makes no difference. I get caught by one or two people doing my roaming stuff all the time. I don't care. But I but no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's the lowest value that you can provide to your team, right? Being a solo or a 2 to 3 group of people and taking down one other player that's out in the middle of nowhere really does nothing for the balance of power in a world v world match. You know what I mean? Like sure, it gives you that one achievement. You stack that up and you get your Avenger tokens for every 1,000 or whatever. Sure, right? But all I'm saying is like there's a much bigger game going on than that. Like being I also love playing in a Zerg. Like if I can get into a group where there's like 30 plus people and we're going and we're taking towers and we're like doing some of the getting in and out of some of the bigger structures and going against Zergs in another color. Yeah, absolutely. Love doing that. But that's sort of the bigger part of the game because you're defending structures, you're attacking other groups of people to try to keep them out of structures that you already got because they're trying to do the same thing as capturing those bigger structures, right? Like defending Gary on a home map is is a fun and exciting thing to do. And I think with a lot of the changes that they've been trying to work on is, they're are they trying to make it like easier to defend, harder to defend, in order to encourage defense activities. But for, I think for a lot, it seemed for a period of time, for a lot of the the groups that were playing stuff, it was like, oh, hey, somebody's trying to take, this particular thing, and everybody's like, well, let them take it, right? Because the value of defending it doesn't make sense. Like, we'll wait 5 minutes and then we'll go and take it back, right? So if there's more value in just retaking the structure 5 minutes after another color took it, than going in and staying in that structure, putting up siege, putting up, a defense in that thing, and it has more value, then that changes, the value of what people put in doing certain activities in the game, right? So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, like PvP ganking of, sort of the 1v1 2v1 type battles, I just don't think that was the purpose of World v World. The fact that they're trying to gear it to more having groups of people doing larger objectives that contribute to the balance of power between the colors makes sense to me. I'm sure there, like I said, I'm sure there was a group of players that liked that aspect of it, and that's fine. Hmm. Right, right. Hmm. No, I get that, but that is the whole character design of the character, right? Like, it's like, oh, I can do this, and everybody that's within this radius gets this boon, or this heal, or this thing, right? And it's like, so that's the reason they mob together. Yep. Yep. Agreed. Yeah. No, I got it. Yeah. No, they should allow us to stack on each other's shoulders, right? To really hit home on the fact that we're really trying to occupy the exact same square centimeter of space. No, I totally get that. Yeah. But at the same time, like, I've been significantly impressed, like, for the times where I stay on tag, and obviously, like, I join some tags, and I'm not, I join a lot of tags that don't have, like a voice, chat, like they're not using Discord or anything. um but also I've been in a bunch that have, like, you don't always know where the tag is going to go or what he's going to do, but man, like, if you can stay on tag, even as a ranger, using, obviously, using a World v World ranger build, but you don't die, like. Hmm. Yes. Yes. Correct. Yeah. Well, the thing is, sometimes I do play that tack as well, and I agree, like, it's not necessarily as successful. um But I can become that. Yep, correct. Well, I don't think you're not necessarily doing anything useful. Like I've found that I can still be disruptive. The challenge is like you need to really be watching the circles that are hitting the ground and moving to make sure that you're like continuously staying sort of outside of the radiuses of a lot of the DPS and stuff that the other team is throwing at you. But yeah, like you can get swallowed up, or if you're again like if you're on that tail end, somebody can pick you off, right? And that's kind of what happens. But to be honest, actually, I did not enjoy Mace. I did not enjoy Mace. Yeah, no, now that I'm doing dual wield axes, but I mean I'm throwing axes everywhere, right? Yeah, I get that. Yes, I agree. There's still well, but the thing is there is still uh, maybe. I mean, you know, even in D&D as a ranger, you have to do close combat with a bow, and that just happens. But yeah, I don't know. Hmm. Right, I agree. Hmm. Right. Yeah, yeah. But again, like you can't be at range for everything, especially if you're soloing stuff, right? Like you just can't keep everything back. The force skill only pushes one thing away from you. So dealing with mobs is challenging. Hmm. Right. Yeah, or yeah, I think the thing is, and it's I don't know whether it's ArenaNet's fault, but they've tried to bring a lot of variety of play styles to every character class that they have, right? With Soto, they brought that weapon mastery thing, right? That was just adding weapons that characters didn't have access to give you something else. And in order to make those interesting and to change the meta so that oh, it's a ranger, you're using a bow. Oh, it's a warrior, you're using a greatsword. Oh, you're a thief, you're using a dagger, right? Like what's the meta if everybody's just doing the same thing with every class, right? But I totally agree with you. Like they've done that to the point where being a ranger with a bow is almost not a playable model. But it's all I play, so I still enjoy it. Yeah, right. What are you saying? My superior sigils of the Dahyak are not helping me? Probably. Or runes? What are sorry, superior rune of the Dahyak? Yeah, I mean, like, I don't, I agree it's not great. I don't think it's so bad that a bow ranger is unplayable in this game. It's not. It has a role, and I play it all the time. But I don't. So, I do structured PvP and I'm in a team and I play this character. I play my engineer as well in structured PvP and a couple of other classes, right? But so I have a mix of stuff and I have no issues playing in other. I find I can do things and be as effective in all of them. I think really for a lot of the content, it's understanding the things that you can do and things and where you can be disruptive, regardless of the builder class that you're playing, right? It's just things to do. So, and that's why I find like in some cases, like when you look at some of the maps and some of the way that things are built, like let's take EBG as an example, right? So I have preferences for colors that I play just because of the corner of the map that you're on when it comes to EBG. And I generally prefer to be blue. For whatever reason, the setups and the way that the keeps sit and the things that you can do to be disruptive on the EBG map are most effective in the blue team. And I struggle with the other two colors to do the same things. Green I think is the hardest, just because of the layout at stuff. You just can't get away with stuff the same way you do with the other two colors. And blue seems to be the most effective at being able to set up disruptive things. Just because of the spacing, like it's just really bizarre. But yeah, I don't know. Like doing convergences, doing rifts, doing the meta contents on regular maps, running the meta on Dragonfall and a bunch of other things. Like I don't know that it really makes a huge difference to be any particular class with any particular build. You can play whatever you want and you can be effective, but I think most of it is just knowing what to do. If you know what to do what you do. Yeah, the whole. Yeah, but nobody's ever kicked me out of a fractal for playing a ranger. So, if a raid is looking for DPS and I'm playing a ranger, they're happy to bring me on board. I don't see the issue. Or at least I haven't had the issue. Could they have found a better DPS? Probably. Could they have found somebody that actually knows what to do in a particular fractal or in a raid or in a strike mission? Absolutely. Because I just don't play that content enough. When I get the chance and I have the time, I'm more than happy to join a group that wants to pull something off. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do my best. Give me some cues so that I know where to be, what to do, what to avoid, and I'll do it as best I can. Oh man, like there's one that I almost went to or jumped in on earlier in the week. What's one of the strike missions that takes like an hour and a half? Yeah, that one. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? Somebody was up so and hey, we could use a couple of DPS. We want to run this thing. It's gonna, but commitment's an hour and a half, and I was zonked. Like I was so tired. I got a delivery of firewood and stuff, so I spent a good chunk of this week stacking firewood and moving stuff around. I was like, oh man, I can't make another hour and a half in this game to do this. But I was like, oh man, I really need to do that strike one of these days because I know that's the challenging one that might, something like that. Yeah, might be. Anyway, there was a group that was looking to go in and do it, and they needed to add a couple of DPS to the group. I was like, oh man, because I've never done it. I'm like, I could really do that one. I would love to see what it is. But no, denied again. Human frailty strikes again. we're building disruptors now, right? I'm busy talking GW and not playing. I like. I guess it's one of those things, right? Like it gives you the flexibility to apply a variety of play styles and preferences with virtually any class in the game. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like if you know the things to do, like if you if you're doing 45,000 DPS versus 42,000 DPS, like is it such a difference that you know I don't know. Other than some of the folks that run the closed world v world zergs and have very very specific builds, like if you're playing this class you need to be using this build, this specialization, this weapon setup if you're going to be part of our closed tag zerg for the guild sort of thing, right? There are a bunch of groups that do that, and again, it's probably on that list of things that ANET needs to fix from a balance perspective, is the fact that like zergs that are going in and doing that are basically putting together absolutely unkillable combinations of 20 to 25 players. Like you can't inflict any damage on anybody. So that is one style of play that just ruins the game for everybody. But not all zergs, like pug zergs, are not going to be built that way, right? But obviously they're going to be challenged going up against an organized zerg that is forcing the players to play sets of builds on and have a specific mix of classes and other sorts of things. And yeah, like so there's some people that want to play that domination game, and that's fine. And it's on ArenaNet to solve the balance to fix that. I don't know where they go and how they do that, because it's kind of gotten way skewed. But for most other people that are doing pugs, like, yeah, bring your build, whatever you want to do. We're just going to run around and do a bunch of stuff, and whatever we can do, right? And I'm more than happy to join in and team with those types of groups. And in a lot of cases, you're generally pretty effective. Like I don't think it's every player in the game that's trying to squeeze every possible percentile of damage from a build that they run. Yeah, like you want to be high damage, you want to be effective, you want to be in there, but it's not everybody's goal. Most people just want to play the game, have fun, get XP, beat stuff up, win. It's all good. There's no extra treasure or trophy for beating Claw of Jormag 2 minutes faster than any other group on a given day. Does it mean you move on to something else in the game sooner? Sure, but nobody's tracking that. We got we still got groups in Mistwarden finishing, right? Actually, looks like there's just the one left. They're probably almost done. You still there? Okay. You got awful quiet there. So thought maybe your network dropped or something. I think that last escort is going to finish, and then we're on to the final countdown. Mid. It says that there's still 2 out of 6 to go, but there's only one shield sitting over there. Is there a group with you on that event? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that's the other one. There's one more. Yeah, I know. The other one's in Olmacon. I just saw the other one here. You know what? I'm just gonna go and help that one then. Olmacon. How about those Trump nominees, eh? Yep. I'm gonna help with the Olmacon protection one because it, yeah, again, only got a couple other people over here. There are a bunch of mooches sitting at the shrine, basically just waiting for everybody else to finish this escort stuff. So it's like, yeah, all right. All right, well, get this done. Go on to grapple torque. I hope you pull through too. Seems we got everybody over here. This should be the last one, right? 5 out of 6, 6 out of 6. That should be with this one done. Yep. On track. Making it happen. Minute 35. So we get the next content next week, right? We get a new convergence. We get more story. We get legendaries. Mm-hmm. $15. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Mm. Yeah, I mean, for a guy who's barely in the battle, he is losing his shit. Yeah, that's a good point. That depends. Is he wearing depends? Why can't I mount? I'd like to know. We're going next, Commander. Pick a lane. Or get stuck over there. Why are you going that way? Okay. You are obviously useless at this. All right, where are we going next, Pinky? Are you stuck in the tornado? Yeah. Oh, nice. That's fun. It'll eventually throw you out. It should. Okay. Well, it's supposed to. Shrine it then. Yeah. Well, it's complicated. Bring your own spaghetti sauce. All right, Pinky, where are you going? I don't think Pinky has any clue what he's doing. There's a daytime guy that's in here that just runs this all day as a tag. Mano de Dios. He is amazing. Yeah, give me a second. Having some network glitches, it seems. Can you hear me now? Okay. Not 10 years ago. Okay. Where are you? Oh, okay. Oh, the weak points have there's another area of effect thing that those weak points give off if you're in the middle of it. Kind of like that frigid death thing. That's interesting. Hmm. There goes. Hopefully, you managed to collect some keys. So that's interesting. So I think again, something I've been playing around with and something I figured out. Like, again, I find that it's super challenging to get back to being able to mount when you dismount and get into some of those heavy damage situations with the weak spots and stuff. Getting into that once you close like kill a weak spot, or I guess pry it open more, or whatever it is that we're doing. Um, there becomes like an essence flare that just floats you up, coming out of the what was the weak spot. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so there should be like blue streamers going up, like a ley line stream that comes out of the weak spot. Well, they're related to the weak spots because they're coming out of where the weak spot was, right? No, you don't. Like I find like if I step into it, I can start floating up even if I'm not gliding or on a mount. So I start floating up and then if but you can't float up very high if you're not gliding or on a mount. So then if you turn on gliding, then you start to float up way higher. And then eventually you'll glide out of it. And then you're gliding. And then you can get your mount capability back faster. And so if you hit X and you don't mount right away, unglide and reglide, and then try mounting again. And it seems to clear it faster. You can rise off the ground from those weak points. There's a ley line. Okay, well, it happens on all of them every time. So you're just not on top of. No, you're just not on top of the weak point. That's what it is. It literally comes out of the middle of the weak spot. There's a ley line essence that shoots upwards out of the weak spots. this one. It's a pain in the ass to get to. I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I know, it's annoying. Oh, what's the next one's down on the ground? 10. I've tapped out Miani for the week. Probably easiest just to go to Lear, right? She has given me nada. I could double check with. I want to double check Dugan. I don't know what I did. I was doing a bunch of stuff in World this afternoon, but I don't think. I don't think I had anything skirmish tickets to care about. And now it looks like he's tapped out for the week as well. So I don't even see it on offer. What was the one you were talking about that had two shards? Is that the fractal? Fractal one? That's the blue cat, right? The blue catabot? Mm-hmm. Seems I'm limited by fractal relics. I can buy two. Well, let's go to the tower. See if Lear can't hook me up, yeah? Come on, it's your old buddy Strina. Yo me. I think I've saved your life a few times. Right. To the bank. What did I need again? For the last piece of the puzzle. It is 2 condensed magics, 2 condensed mites, 77 mystic clovers. And we need 250 mystic coins. Let's see what we get out of that. Forge me something pretty. That gets us the Mystic Tribute. Two, three, four. The other thing I don't appreciate is that the inventory does not update on the forge when your inventory changes. Really, really annoying. Aurora is complete. Congratulations. That is monumental. When you're struggling against a supply of shards, that was a slog and a half. The nice thing about those ones is they are usable on every character. Yep. Probably also why they're over the top to get them. It's like, jeez, that was a bit much. Yep, sounds good. A bunch of equipment cleanup to do across the board. And that was good. Yeah, no, it was a good session. Thanks for hanging out on that one. That was fun. And might see you tomorrow evening, even. It's dangerously possible. All right. Have a great night. All right. Thanks, folks, to join in. Obviously, got the last steps and pieces done on the Aurora Legendary, which has been a slog, to say the least. And I guess the next piece we are trying to work on is finishing Vision, which we are slowly moving closer on. One more piece of the puzzle to kind of finish, and then we move through the next steps of that one. And again, building up lots and lots of stuff, especially those spirit shards, which are always a challenge in this game. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate the time.